Well, aren't you just not even playing the video intro? Nothing.
For Randy, it's all about getting another one. It really is.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, you know what? Hey, we're live.
I know you hit. We're live. Like no fucking intro video.
Live.
I don't have a goat.
Getting new guitars, and I don't blame him.
He does love getting new guitars.
But all that being said, well, let's just start the fucking show. Who cares? we're here.
Professionals, folks.
We are.
I didn't get a chance to sit forward to hide my gut.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I shouldn't let Ben touch the buttons, but
I didn't touch. He says, "Hey, what? Help a fella out, and why don't you scan this onto your legions of fans?" I'm like, that are already here. My fans, your fans.
That's true.
There, I got the chain link. I assume BC's tuned in on my channel as well as Jeff. See, I got the chain link.
Yeah, if they got the link, anyone coming in on the link is coming from your channel.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, they're watching the live bootleg edition.
Yeah, but I don't know nothing, right? All right, folks. Well, welcome into this Friday night, and welcome to Guitar Benjamin.
Hey. Hi, boss.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Not too shabby. Glad to be here. Glad to help. Yeah, Seth, apparently, I don't know, he has a life or something. Well, we saw the proof.
He has a life and
TikTok made the appearance last week. We're like, oh, she exists. And not just in chat form. And then,
well, not only did he ditch us for the wife, but he ditched us for the wife and live music.
Oh, look, Trev's over on my channel now. I can tell he's got a wrench because, unlike you, I actually have a toolbox I share with my friends. Charles doesn't share his tools, folks.
You never put them back.
I don't need to clean them. I just leave them out in the rain to watch. That's my idea of cleaning Charles. I just leave them out in the rain.
I have seen your bench. You don't put them away.
Yeah. Like yours is any better. Your bench is so bad you don't even use your bench. Yeah. Right. All right.
You're just.
Hey, folks.
You're mean. Why are you on here? What's going on?
I'm asking myself that very question. All right. I'm going to scroll back in time because I can. Way back an hour and a half ago. We got Naked Dave. Looking forward to it. And then half an hour ago, our good friend OU812 Ryan. Hey now. And then we've got Randy Crooks. It's had started the show where Charles with the trigger. Let's go live. I'm like, why are we live? We're in the middle of a conversation. I was in the middle of a sentence and I'm live all of a sudden. Sure. There's some guy named Charles 75N. Never heard of him. That was my line first, folks. My line first. Boomer.
You have to look at the back catalog to prove it, though.
Who else we got in here? There's a music and law, Ryan Hall, y'all. Wayne McConnell, fellow Canuck. Patrick Traits, fellow Canuck. I can tell this is previous to me doing the linkage, Charles, because I was figuring it out at this point. I remember there's Guitar Man 45, and because the hot dog reference. Yep, there it is. Right? I can't put it up on the screen. Even though I'm broadcasting to my own channel, I can't put that's fine. But moving on. That's fine. We'll just move on. Yeah, good friend Trev, Symmetry's here. Vox Guitars Rock, which I love your name, but I'm going to have to disagree. I did a rant about that on possibly the last Water Buffalo maybe. It's a short rant because there wasn't much to say. Michael B. Live! We got BC Rich 581C. At this point, we're live and they're tuned in on my Jeff Puddester, right? Fern Burfel and Keith H. They're on your channel. Dave Chase is here. Michael Krause. See, I want to say in the house, but how many times did he hear that through the 90s? No, it's Michael Krause in the house. No. Hip Metalworks is here. Bumblebass. Nelson Rodriguez. How did I get here? I don't know. You're clicking buttons.
He clicked the wrong thing.
10 seconds and they're bickering like a pair of elderly women. BC Rich knows us well.
He does. That's why he tunes in, though.
Steve, Rezer. Ryan Hall, y'all, again.
Hold on. I'm calling out Doug Strong. I'm taking it personally. He's coming in on your channel.
Oh, really? Doug Strong's saying. We were just talking about Doug. We were talking about you the other day. Marshall Murray's here. Bonkers is here. Both on your channel, Charles.
Just hurt my feelings. I don't
know. Metal Theater 123 on my channel. Just saying. That's a very bold shirt Ben is wearing. I believe it used to be a sofa. Well, Charles has been threatening to use it on a guitar. Have to be a telly, especially with all the inlays up here and shit. I can't get them.
It'll be a.
Oh, you didn't even see the back, Charles.
Oh, there is imagery on the back. Oh my.
Yeah, there's like graphics and stuff. I don't know if I showed off anything. Josh Tamberg's here. John Shane, Brother John, Jimmy Biter.
I might have to judge you for the back of that shirt, but I don't know.
What's that?
I might have to judge you for the back of that shirt.
Well, I might have to judge you for the front of yours, so that's okay.
Oh,
I'm a Star Wars fan. The original 3 though, before and on VHS and older generation, Charles. Before someone started getting all the digitals involved and fucking it up.
Doug,
Slice is here.
But thank you.
Something else, Slice. Doug Strong, there he is.
International Insane Studios just wandered in.
As well as Jeff K, apparently, and Zach Thong.
All the Zach Thong. It was nice to get to see Zach Thong in person on the Water Buffalo meeting.
Charles, I want nothing but the best, my friend. If this showed up in my feed, I'm actually online. I get it.
Okay. Guilty conscious stuff.
I think Bo's feeling a little dizzy, probably due to my shirt. Ryan's debating between this and a rerun of Cheers. Well, I don't know. I can get pretty long-winded like Norm. Or no.
Hey, I'm just saying it. Cheers.
It's a fun fact that the vintage radius is 7 1/4 is worth 25% more than any of the modern radius necks on a Fender guitar.
I am loving this. This is completely off the rails. I don't want to even take it back on.
Seth would be so proud. I can see Seth is like.
He's like, he never lets me get away with that.
No.
Oh. All right, so I don't want to do it, but I think at this point I've kind of got to.
I think so, too. Speaking of Canucks, happy birthday to William Shatner.
Oh, James T.
There we go.
Or TJ.
TJ with the tribble on his head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Rudax!
Our topic this evening comes from
Ben. This morning. No, it's not. We're not doing chuckling with Charles. As much as you're giggling over there.
I feel like
you turn red. Still no face palm. We're 8 minutes in, because he started early.
You're gonna have to work.
Rudax is here just for the train wreck. He was live last night, folks. I was lurking for a bit.
He was, and I wish I could have been on there, but I got kidnapped again.
I was doing other things. What was the topic?
The rumor is the topic is which is better, the hunt for the guitar or actually getting it, the actual deal involved in it.
Ooh, right, yeah, because
or is it just
the hunt, which is hey, I found it, but it could be worth they want like reasonably money for it. So you're like, that's not an option because we're cost effective, folks. Cost effective. It's a polite way of saying we're cheap.
Frugal, if you will.
Yeah, well, we're that. We're poor musicians. That's what I'm saying. So, there's both, and it's evolved over the years, Charles. With the face space marketplace and all the digitals on the online. It used to be you just see in the classifieds, D. White Bailey in the house and McCollum Music. I'm just saying, he got Charles to almost facepalm the other night because he's showing Gretches with all the sparkles at drop 19. Is that even a thing? If it is, he does it.
It hurt my mind.
It did. Because before he even put it close to camera, you can see the strings, Charles. So you're like, what does that have? Like 13s on it? He's like, no, 26s. Getting the guitar is the most rewarding. Yes, at the right price. Working out that deal definitely is fun. But the hunt. To find the right one, Charles, because you've had enough guitars in your hands that not all tellies feel the same.
They certainly don't. And for me, it's I was thinking about this ever since you brought up the topic earlier today.
Well, a fellow tries. And I said, what's the topic for today? He says, I got nothing. And I said, easy. I could tell he was having a stressful day at work, folks. I said, I'll take care of it.
And, but no, I was sitting there thinking about it. And I absolutely love the hunt. For me, the hunt is 90% of it.
Well, there's the hunt. And then there's active hunting, right? Like you go out on a fishing trip, but or let's say a hunting trip. Let's use the term hunting trip, right? As opposed to other times, where you just walk into a store on a lark. That's kind of like you're driving down the road. You're like, is that a 14-point buck? I don't know if that is such a thing. I know there's bucks and that points. I don't know, Charles. I'm trying.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
All right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you stumble upon sometimes, and then that. Yep. That's so true. And we like guitars that tune good and firm feeling women.
There you go. But
no, the name of the market.
I was really trying to quantify how much of this is because I absolutely, me, I love the hunt. I love the looking for
what I always. If you ever know Charles on a show, folks, if you ever wonder if he's bored with his own show, you'll see all of a sudden you see him in profile all of a sudden. Stop.
Hold on.
We got the legend himself, Quentin James, in the house.
Where? Oh, there he is.
There he is. And Nightcat's here.
Oh, and Michael B. Live is here. And
I said hi to Michael B. Live earlier.
I know, but I wasn't paying attention. And
clearly.
Love it. But
I think he got in my secret stash, folks.
And if you want to know more about Michael B. Live, he is going to be my guest on the Sunday Chatting with Charles show.
This coming Sunday?
This coming Sunday.
Right here on this channel. Well, I can't see right here on this channel because I'm also bootlegging on my channel. But right here on Charles's channel.
Here on this channel, yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Cuddling with Charles? No, that's the late night show. That's soft lighting, softer music. Well, hey now. He comes out with a smoking jacket, folks. Anyways. Sort of prefer the hunt, figure out what I want, try to yeah. Well, and that's the thing, especially let's say, Charles, if you have something specific in mind, right? Like not I want a new guitar. That's a pretty easy thing to take care of. But if it's I want this that has to have this, you check all these boxes, I'm personally hunting original pink paisley telly. Nice. Very white vocal. Oh. Yeah. Charles After Dark. Yeah, exactly.
The comments are coming quicker.
I'm here all night, folks. I'm here all night. Well, that stimulates the algorithms, right? The more they chat, the more YouTube's like, these guys must be entertaining. Let's promote them. And they, we're trying to get Charles to 400 subs tonight, folks. So also, if you're watching on my channel and you're not subbed to Charles, flip on over. There's his name right freaking there. Wait, can I point? There I can. Right there.
You can point.
Oh, well, then he takes it off the screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know, right? Like a nice silky satin. It almost looks like candy apple red. And you're like, no, that's red satin. He's like, what? That color? No, that's a fabric. I told you, it's red satin. The color? No. Who's on first? This is why Charles is stressed, folks.
Michael Krause, you're killing me with the Gretsch postings, okay? You're killing me.
What? Did I miss the Gretsch post?
Well, Michael Krause has been sending me postings for Gretches, and he's looking at things he's getting me to look at things I want to look at. It's
okay,
like
so he's taking off his infatuation with me, and he's moved on to you. I see how it is. That's fine with me. You can have my stalker anytime, Charles. Noise Bloom. What's up?
Hold on. I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah, I know that one. That's it's a FSR because all the stuff. Fun fact, Charles. I don't know if you knew this, but over the last number of years, anything that comes out of Fender Japan is basically an FSR. They don't do a lot of stuff. Like I remember playing. If you go back on the channel, that's my channel, 2018. There, I do a pink paisley Jaguar, I think. It was one of 5 in Canada. So, and they got one. I'm like, oh, sweet. I don't get to play that kind of stuff anymore because I'm not involved with them anymore. And the other company I'm involved with, they're too big to get the limited run stuff a lot of times, unless they buy the entire run. So,
right.
Yeah. So that's went right off topic again, didn't we?
Well, that's all right. That's what we're all doing.
Oh, it's a Gretsch Junior for $259.
That's not a bad price for that.
No. And I assume that's new. Is that a new price, Charles, or is that a used price?
The new price is over $3.
Really? Because mine was 5 Canadian, right? But they had the sparkle blue, similar to the sparkle blue jet that I owned that you loved, that I got rid of.
Yes,
you loved it, but I got a Marshall, so you're. He's like,
I forgive you because it was a Marshall.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, the same thing as mine, but in that color blue, basically, for $450 Canadian.
And then you backed up after the Marshall. You got the natural.
We did get the natural, which I actually had the natural before the blue one, and then all of a sudden there was the empty. I took the blue one out and I put it in its case, and you went, "Hey!" So it's supposed to be something right about there. It isn't. What's the deal? I wouldn't mind a Brad Paisley telly.
No, that
was Part 1 super light. I remember when they came out, I had a chance to buy one dirt cheap. Basically, I could have got it for store cost, Charles, because someone bought a lot of inventory, didn't flip it within the first couple of weeks, needed to make a mortgage payment, basically.
Yeah.
And I wanted to help a fellow out, but I didn't have the money because it was it retailed for about 1,500 Canadian, and I could have had it for under $1,000. I'm like, are you kidding me? Victor BB.
See, everyone is coming in from your channel. This is awesome. Love it.
All y'all, I'll say it again. You can flip on. We're trying to get Charles to 400 subs. What's the live sub count, Charles?
44.
44? No.
484.
480. You're at 484?
No.
You're at 384.
We're at 384.
Okay.
It's wishful thinking, you see.
Yeah. So what we're trying to get is through 16 of you that are watching on my channel, flip on over to Charles. Says, I want a made in Japan Jazzmaster. I get it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so anyway, we're trying to get Charles on up. We're trying to get him over the hump. I don't know. He refuses to have me on as an actual guest. All I get to do is something. I'm the Gary Shandling of this channel. I'm the substitute host as needed. Oh, we are dating ourselves tonight, aren't we, Charles?
We are just a little bit there.
We're children of the 80s, folks, as much as this some 70s influence as well. That's fine.
I love how thoughtful Quentin James is here.
Here we go. He's selling his Gretsch. Hey, there's Paul McNary, or possibly one of the cats. I think it's just Paul. I think the cats are all out. They're all currently out on patrol.
I think the cats are ignoring him. That's why we get the one emoji with the gritted teeth. Yeah.
Oh, there we go, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc. Appreciate you.
That was a good show you had with Doc not too long, as well as Dana.
Yeah, the show with Doc was really great, and I've been, the chatting with Charles' shows have really far exceeded my expectations.
Well, you're a likable guy, and last 3 guitars spot were on a whim. The acid drop I got for you was also on a whim. Well, yeah. Well, Randy's more though. Like, he just trolls. I think whenever he's out on tour, he's got a line in the water. Charles, it's just there, right? He's got the lure, just and he's across the lake, just putting along, and also snag. Well, what do we got here? Well, that doesn't. Well, it's either a keeper or he throws it back.
There's no doubt. Randy Crooks is always on the hunt for something, and for him,
he's not on the hunt. Well, yeah, turn off your radar, then, right? He won't, though. He won't.
No,
he won't.
He can't.
It's like, I gotta have a fighter on there just in case. The Made in Japan Blue Flower Jazzmaster, I remember them as well. I didn't get a chance to play one of those, but I do remember it.
If you remember 70s, you're probably there.
It's kind of like that's the 90s for me, and some of the 2000s, and
Come on. Why does he do this? Why does he do this to me?
Yeah. Well, all right. He's more like a mafia boss. He just orders the hit. He doesn't actually do the hunt, Charles. You know what I mean? Hey, I need this done now. Click. It's a phone call.
Ooh.
Did you mod yours?
No. I didn't mod mine, but mine.
But it was modded.
Mine came modded. My PV Classic 30's got a vintage 30 in it.
Yes. Yeah. It's his big boy amp.
It's my big boy amp.
The gigging amp. Not that Charles is out gigging, folks, but when he does, he's already set up. He's got a guitar, he's got an amp, he's got some fine pedals.
Thank you. You guys are great.
Nice.
But kind of going back to where I was going with this, Ben. I love
the names. You and Pete Thorne with you. Hey, let's just random comment on the screen.
It's digital.
I'm watching L&M yesterday. Same fucking thing. Marsha Murray saying, "Hey, all," for like half the show on the screen.
Well, you get into.
Not that I have a problem with Marsha Murray saying, "Hey, y'all," but after 20 minutes.
We know, Randy. We know where you're at.
We know you like to play blame. Hence the conversation when we jumped on Phil Bradshaw in the house. What's up, Phil?
Yeah. Oh, how about that? Well, welcome in.
Yeah, that would be funny if Pete did enter the chat. Charles would just about poop himself a little if Pete Thorne enters the chat.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I puckered a little. Huh?
Ooh. All right, but no. But Ben, I love the hunt.
Yes.
But my thing is, in the end, the deal.
Oh, you are the master dealer. You are the haggler. Marvin Hank got nothing on you, haggler.
Finding it doesn't mean anything if it's not the right price, right? And but I do love the hunt, and I love to sit in the tall grass. And I love to watch the deal and watch the seller get a little weaker.
Yeah, you're that guy. You can wait and wait and wait and wait. You wait until the prey shows weakness, and then you pounce. That's what you do, because you'll wait it out for weeks, months. Doesn't matter until that prey. Again, store owners like, oh, business hasn't been too good. I got to pay some bills. Well, let's put some stuff on it for sale. And then Charles is like, I see that you got it marked down, but can you go even lower?
Oh yeah, I
was hold on. The meters of Long McQuaid the other day. I was tempted to take a look to see if my new guitar is there, but my service truck's too big for their parking lot. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm just going to point out.
Take both spaces,
Charles. That if he's working, because I'm pretty sure he lives west of Edmonton. Edmonton has 3 Long McQuaids just in that town. So,
but it is that thing for me. It's got to be the right price, and for me it's I know that I'm gonna have to justify any purchase I have when I come home.
I do not. I only have to do that.
And so I have to say, they wanted this much. I got it for this much. It's worth this much. I have to go through the whole ordeal. So I have to be able to tell the story. So I have to be able to tell the triumphant, I really nailed the steel worry in order to not do anything.
And let's be honest, folks, he does his research, which is he messages me 1,400 times over the course of the months. And then he's like, what's it worth? Okay. And then he gets it for a better deal than I could ever get. And I've been flipping guitars since the 90s.
Hey there, Jeff.
4 in Edmonton now. Oh, sorry. Oof. Jeff showing his Canuckism there, right there, Charles. Hey, that's 4. All right.
See, Doc's got the right question, right? Do you keep a stash at the ready in case?
I used to. There was a time, Charles, I was that guy that because cash speaks, right? And I know the art of the deal is in the heat of the moment, and you can't say, well, let me go to the bank and I'll be back. That deal's gone, right? So I remember, I want to say it was the first summer after high school, because like working full time, had a car, had a couple guitars. I literally had 5 $100 bills in my pocket at all times. Because just in case, I found, because you would see like a 70s telly for $700-800. But hey, I got 500 cash.
Yep.
And it helped because a buddy that had a stock car team, a few occasions we ran into some mechanical issues, and he's like, "Can a fella borrow from the Bank of Ben to get some?" I'm like, "Well, it beats us not racing on Saturday." Yes, here,
Well,
it's okay. He worked for my folks. I could garnish his wages if I wanted to, Charles.
There you go. Yeah. Well, for me, it's like, I never had a big stash of money, but I have this reserve fund for emergency stuff that can get raided if need be.
Right.
And but going back to that idea of patience for the deal is that what I do is I make up that number. That number I'm not going past, and it's usually a ridiculous number. And if I can get the ridiculous number, then we just pull the trigger.
Well, all right. I got one for you. A fun hunt, Charles. So I'm trying to think when it was. About 10th grade? Summer after 10th grade, maybe we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go with the summer, summer of 1990. Okay. A new Stratocaster was $900 Canadian. Easy folks do. Oh, okay. And the dollar was within 10% of parity at any given time. All right. So it's about $900. I used to go, as you know, hang out in the city in Toronto with my aunt and uncle for a week each summer. Have fun. It's where, I played my first Strat, went to Steve's Music, downtown Toronto, played a Strat into a Marshall. It was fucking awesome. And so got a phone call one day at my aunt and uncle's place. Well, first of all, Charles, why am I getting a phone call? Unless somebody, something goes on, So my aunt answers the phone and she says, "Ben," I said, "What's up?" She says, "Phone call." I'm like, who's calling me? Figure. First of all, who knows I'm here? We're, again, 1990. It's different time, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You had a lot of friends in high school. You saw them last day of high school. You didn't see them again until the fall. In many ways. So
sure.
She says, "It's your dad." I'm like, "What the fuck is Dad calling me for? Like, it can't be good." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "I didn't buy it at Steve's Vox. I didn't buy it at Steve's, but that's where I played my first one." And so I said, "What's up?" And he's like, "Aren't you looking for a Strat?" I'm like, "I am looking for a Strat." He's, "Well, they just happened to get one in on trade at Arden's." I was like, "Oh, okay. How much?" $600. Oh, it's an 89. You're old. Okay. So I said, "Does it look new?" So yeah, I think it still had the plastic on the pick guard, stuff like that, new. Although it was missing one of the toe knobs for some reason.
Easy fix. Okay.
Right. Hard shell case, because they all came with a hard shell case. It's not Cool Tunes Made Easy. And I said, "Oh yeah." He says, "When are you coming home?" I said, "Well, a few days." Of course, I'm on vacation, Charles.
Of course.
I don't have any money for a Strat. Again, it's 1990 and I'm in high school and $600, right? So I'm like,
which is the world. Yeah, that is the unattainable.
Yeah, I'm like, it might as well be $6,000, right? He says,
right.
I said, "Well, how does it feel? How does it play?" He goes, "Like a Strat." Because that's as much as you get for feedback from my father, Charles.
Yeah.
You see the shows, right? Plays like a Strat. What do you expect? Like, that's his answer.
Man, a few words.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Well, that's vague. Okay. So I came home, and I came home on the bus that year. Okay. Well, the bus station was in the same plaza as our restaurant.
Of course.
Handy, right? Yeah. Plus, got a deal on the ticket. Yeah. So, went into the, got off the bus, walked in the restaurant, said hey, dropped off my luggages and stuff in the office. Dad and I hop in the Camaro, down the music store's only half mile down the road, Charles, at that time. It's at the edge of town. You could see it. If you walk to the edge of my parking lot from the edge of the restaurant, we used to do it because we're like, hey, where's the old man during the day? Mm-hmm. And you'd walk out to the road. If you look down, you'd see a red Z28 parked out in front of the music store. So that meant the old man was holding court with his cronies. Right? So, hey, what's up, Tea-Cake? And Ronnie. Great to see you. And so, played it. All right. Of course, Dad, cha-ching on the cash register at the restaurant. Snagged all the big bills out. So,
I love this story.
All right, all right, figure it. So what they did, Charles, bless their soul, because let's be honest, you're making like minimum wage is like $4, maybe $5 an hour at that time, maybe let's say $4 and change, probably. Yeah, they just garnished my wages at $25 a week to pay for the guitar.
That's a very nice payment plan.
That's a very nice payment plan. That's what happens when the owners are also musicians, Charles.
Yes.
So that way, we didn't have to put it on the layaway. I got to take the guitar home, but I also had to work it off. And I did have some money left. Because, believe me, my vacation, all of a sudden it went from, hey, let's go, hang out at the arcade for an evening and blow $20-$30 to, I think I'm just going to hang out here and watch
your place movie show.
Yeah. Yeah, because the fellas... Yeah. Dad put it aside. I'm like, can you, because I asked him, like, can you have Clyde put it aside? And he said, oh, yeah. So I just went into the office. Whether or not the owner of the store knew that it was put aside, it was something else, because they had 2 locations. So, yeah. And so the nice thing about that, Charles, not to brag, but I was the only guy in 11th grade with both a Strat and a Les Paul. Thank you very much.
Oh, you were royalty.
I was, well, I also can tell you, I never went to a high school dance because I worked every Friday night, 9th grade through 12th, every Friday, every Saturday night I worked at the restaurant, every Thursday as well, pretty much, but so I could have a Les Paul, Strat and hunt, though, because I'm like, well, you need them, and the telly was there for you, so easy with your country machine. I'm here to play AC/DC and Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was my. Well, that too, Graf. Why do I want to go on and go listen to music I don't like, which is all that pop music bullshit, and hang out with the crowd I don't like, and pay money to do it, or go work and have Strats and Les Pauls and stuff.
Nice.
Exactly.
This stuff doesn't happen for me.
Well, if you left your wife. No, just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, come move in with me, Charles. I'll give you a guitar.
All right, so you pull all the money out of the register, you go down there, and
we snagged it. And I still have it. The only guitar I still have from back then. All right, now I got to find it. There it is. Finally replaced the knobs a few years ago. That's why they're off-white. But they match. Because I played it without the tone knob for years, and then I got one. It didn't quite match, and then I got these ones from Tessie. That's right. TessieSwitch.com. Use coupon code Canucks. Save 15%.
Why does it seem to be like 90% of the Strats that came out of the 90s were black?
Well, hashtag Clapton.
Yeah.
No, and before that, they were all this color, because Clapton played the same thing as this, but with the lace sensors in it. That pewter kind of color.
Yep.
It's got pretty big frets. And I remember the lacquer was all up, all over the frets, Charles. Like it was not on the very surface, but I still had the razor blade off the sides. It was all.
Mhm.
Thank you, Vox Guitar Rocks. Yeah, so that's a 1989 Strat. You can tell by the way that it is with the modern bridge, the 2-point trem system, as it were. It does have that bass. Was it the MDX, DBX? Like there's a little indent halfway, so it's a boost cut with the tone. So I always ran it right in the middle, which just takes it right out of the circuit. Because when I play on the bridge. So yeah.
So let me ask you something. It's something I've always been curious about. You're most definitely a maple fretboard kind of guy.
Am I?
It seems like it to me. And looking at, the different guitars you tend to own, right? It seems like you have more maple fretboards than you do rosewood.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just looking. All right. All right. Look, starting from left to right. Oh, let me get out of the way for perspective. All right. So we got the Charles 75M fabric wrapped Kramer Baratter special. Well, I only put on real pants because I'm wearing a real shirt to spite Charles. Plus, I'm going on a lack of sleep. I've been up since like 7:30 this morning, which is a rarity for me. Anyways, we got the Charles 75N special there. That's Powell Farrell non-maple fretboard.
Right.
Okay. Next is my vintage Kramer rosewood fretboard.
Mm-hmm.
Next is my BC Rich with a rosewood fretboard, Charles.
Okay.
And then now we get to the EVH with the maple.
Okay.
And we got the Music Man with the maple.
Uh-huh.
Then we got a Telly with a rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a Telly with a maple.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got another Telly with a rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got another Telly with a maple.
Yep.
But I just cancels all of them out, right? So that moves us into Strat world where we got maple, rosewood, and maple. All right. Then we get into Gretsch world, rosewood.
All your Gretches are going to be rosewood, yeah.
Rosewood. My Ivy, rosewood. So more rosewood than maple, actually.
But when you look at what you tend to put in your hands more often than not, you reach for the maple fretboards first.
Says you. I say it's 50-50.
Hey, I watched the videos.
Well, half the time I'm going to say my two main guitars would be my Mexican Telly and my Ernie Ball.
Mm-hmm.
One's rosewood, one's maple. So it's 50-50, Charles. Now, on the other hand, I will say I love a maple neck. Mm-hmm. They all have, most of them have maple necks.
Yeah.
Or mahogany.
Mahogany, if it's a Les Paul.
Yeah.
See, I prefer. I am most definitely a rosewood fingerboard kind of guy.
Summer 91. Sorry, not 90. 91, I think. Maybe.
91.
No, 90. 90? 90.
Well, make up your mind.
It was a long time ago. You know how many lifestyle choices I've done since then? All of them, Charles. All of them.
It can't be the excuse every time. It can't be
because I didn't do any back in the day either. I was a goody two-shoes. I bought Les Pauls and Strats instead of lifestyle choices.
So Britton James's main gigging Strat had a rosewood fretboard.
This is out of tune. You make me pick that one up. Oh, all right, story, right?
Seriously, you tell the story.
Oh, I tell the story, all right.
Yeah, tell a story anyway.
All right, back to hee-haw here with my blue jeans and my belt. Let me tell you something, son. All right, Haas, what do you got next?
Why do you grab that nylon string and do your best Roy Clark impersonation?
Or how I do Jerry Reed since it's a nylon string.
There you go.
Neither.
Either way.
Well, let me tell you something. You know what I'll do, Charles? I'll just flip it on his friend. It won't even play a lick. Don't tell. All I'm missing is like the Serengetis,
Yeah.
And I'll Look here, son. Oh, do you want to do a whole show being called Son?
There you go.
Which I'm convinced Jerry Reed is really the real life Foghorn Leghorn.
It is. There is such a character in him that no matter what, whether he plays the guitar or not, you're going to be entertained.
Yeah, I can't even say that word, Ryan. Maine. No, I did. There we go.
Oh, there he is.
Bootleg. Right.
And Randy has three maple necks, and the rest are rosewood type fretboards.
What's up, R2? And Greg Vanzini.
There he is.
Modern rosewood does look funny. It's streaky.
He is lean. Well, that's the whole thing, because you went so long where you weren't getting real rosewood, right? You were getting
like ebony. All ebony is I was gonna say bleached, but opposite. Maybe they bleach it first and then dye it. I don't know. Vanilla Steinbergers. They're like graphite or something. I don't know. Some kind of space age polymer.
But I don't know. I like the color of the rosewood. And for me, it's like, when you get the maple fretboard and it's been used, it just all looks dirty, and it messes with the OCD me.
Oh, see, now that's the only fretboard I like. A good worn-in maple fretboard, which takes some time. You don't notice it as much on the rosewood, like it's not as obvious, but like if you have a rosewood bass guitar that you play a lot, plus you're more likely to condition the fretboard more, which wipes away the mung factor. But I know my J Tercer, which has a lot of miles on it, you can tell they did like some kind of a clear over the rosewood, because I've worn through it in spots. I can see there's spots where it's raw. Doesn't have a satin finish anymore. And
see, Graphite saying that's the charm of maple, though. Okay. And I know that's why a lot of guys like that, right? And now I've got a couple.
You mean so it looks like that, Charles?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, you can't clean that off. I don't play in the off key. Like I play a pentatonic. Not a lot of half steps there, Charles.
And I know the guys that have the maple fretboard, they prefer that, and they wear those. They wear that like a badge of honor, right?
Yeah. How you holding in there, Trev? Just randomly checking in with Trev. Do I need to do another one?
I think you should.
All right. Well,
I think you should.
What's up, Kush?
Hey, Kush, how you doing?
Speaking of which, let's take it up to 100. Cigarette burns show up better on maple. I don't mind a 0 fret. Unbelievable. You know what I also like? Middle position on a 2 humbucker guitar. Oh, you missed that.
You're trying to get him going, aren't you?
Oh, I'm just not letting go of that one. R2 likes maple and ebony.
Yeah.
I can see that.
What are we doing? Well, Kush, we were talking about basically whether you prefer the hunt for a guitar or the actual catch, the deal of it, or just having them all, right? That was the other thing I was thinking about when we were talking about it, Ben, was, does a fella have to have all the flavors?
Yes. I'm not even taking a breath on that.
No.
How dare you even ask? Yes. Everyone wants to be Baskin Robbins. Everyone wants.
Here you go, Ben.
I realized, but it's my break shirt. That's why. I knew it.
And noise.
Ryan, do you know? Wait, I just want to answer Ryan Hall's comment. Do you normally see people in the chat, Ryan? And if so, can you share your medication?
I love it. So I love Quentin James. I want them all, but I don't bring in that R2.
Right. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Get your Chet Atkins on.
It is so funny though. I've always been kind of a neck pickup kind of guy, and I guess because I'm still still learning and stuff like that.
Well, you're timid. Yes, you can hide on the neck more.
And but when I got that Univox, that bridge pickup on that Univox is something else, right?
And Ronnie's like, lots of names I don't see either in the chat. Toss me a gummy. I like that. I'm not even. You get to read Vox's one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like the middle position. I'm leaving that one alone.
Oh, I have a good idea, Ryan. I have a good idea. That was I was curious as much as excited.
I still cannot believe the way they shipped it. How?
Karma be my co-pilot. Right? All I can say is it must have been handled by musicians that were the various people that worked along the way. Because,
everybody but the person that packed it. For sure.
All right. Well, there's a time and a place for that as well, Nightcat. And Hip is right. Everyone does need an Explorer.
Yep. For sure.
Yep. That's a different show. Tools of the Trade. That was going to be my other idea. When in doubt, do a Tools of the Trade show. Because there's pretty much 8 guitars will cover a lot of territory. But that's a different show, Charles. I'm not dropping that at this point in time,
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
I think everybody needs a B bender at some point. Or a G bender.
Yes, Creighton, I did the 12 string, the restring of the 12 string live. You missed it.
Vox Guitar Rocks Explorer or Firebird? The correct answer is both.
I like that answer.
Once again, middle position 4 is essentially a middle position when you're using 2 pickups. And no, not nothing else. The neck pickup on a Strat is gold. Just saying.
I kind of think, like that middle pickup on the Strat gets a lot of short shrift, right? Because most people don't play that middle pickup unless it's in combination with the neck or the bridge.
Right. Unless you're playing in a funk band or you're a clap.
Yeah. But it does have its own charm, for sure.
It does, because it is wound the opposite of the other 2 pickups. So it does have a different sound. It's kind of harsh at times. There's no hiding on that setting.
No, there isn't. But, and Guitar Man 45 is still on the hunt for that Firebird.
I agree. You should get a white Explorer to ease the pain.
Yeah.
And again, specific hunt, right? Not just any old Explorer will do. He's looking for a special Explorer.
Great Vanzini's taking another tact on this one.
Yeah, one of everything, please. Yep. With the exception of overpriced garbage.
Yeah, that is definitely, Patrick's right here. The internet is definitely killed the idea of getting the pawn shop deal.
But I'll also say in that respect, Charles, for every deal that you can find, say that $200, like say that $400 guitar for $250.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you go in there? They have $75 guitars priced at $375.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just absolute garbage that's unplayable, and they want 3 times what it retailed for, and that's only because they overpaid for it in the first place. It's like, well, don't try to pass along your stupidity onto us.
Oh, there's a local pawn shop here that they paid ridiculous money for a PV bass.
Yeah.
And they were trying to sell it for $1,500. And they ended up coming all the way down to, I want to say $4.
Yeah, that's a $400 bass.
Yeah.
Sadly,
I'm like,
it
I'm
should
not
be
paying
fixed by this for.
right, but they were trying to get $1,500 on it. Like,
No, it didn't cost that new.
yeah.
Yes. And R2 needs an Ibanez destroyer, which I get, but good. All right. How do you know you're influential in the guitar community, Charles? It's when you make a video, go, look what I got, and they immediately double in price.
Yes.
Pete. We're not going to mention his last name. Thorn. I mean,
oh boy. But no, you think about that, and I'm kind of looking at, what are the things I have, right?
mm-hmm.
And what would I like to have? But for me, it's I know that when I'm looking at semi hollows and hollow bodies, I'm a sucker, and I really have to hold.
We like the pretty
hold myself back for those. So,
Keith. Yep.
see, he knows me.
He does. He does. Keith is our most low-key shit disturber in the community. And that's why I love him. He would. Yeah, and does. Yeah. Right? I get it, Ronnie.
I love that. Poor Quentin. More people watch my Ghetto Krogo videos than me.
More spellbinding. He survived. Yeah, not the spoilers. If he uploads it, he survived, folks. That's how that. Why did my chat freeze?
I don't know.
That's weird. It's like new comments. I'm like, yeah, well, scroll. Like, I'm sitting back here. You didn't touch anything.
Of course, Bo never bought one in the pawn shop.
What?
Never, not even when he was out gigging. I find that hard to believe.
Dude.
Maybe he didn't know it was a pawn shop.
I'm just thinking, because Detroit being a really big union town, Charles, union towns have the best pawn shops.
Oh,
because, the great... What's up, Aaron? Elvis band in here.
There he is.
The reason I mentioned that, Charles, is you get guys that, get paid really well for a job that necessarily without having to spend on a higher education, we'll say. And so they like to spend money on stuff like guitars with it, like Zach Thong's hometown up the road, Dirty Schwa, GM town, Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how many guys I knew that had Les Pauls and Marshall full stacks in their basements?
Mm-hmm. Well, Ben, it's the thing, musicians, it's one lifestyle choice leads to another. And also leads to a fella needing
pawn shops are like the pound. You have to take one home. How many times, Charles, have I said, I brought this home from the pound? I've been saying that for years.
I had to rescue it, right?
Yeah, I had to rescue this from the pound.
I've used the rescue line on my wife more than once. Oh, the chat was glitching on your channel for some reason. That's interesting. Vox Guitar Rock scored a 70s trainer, 30-watt tube.
Quite a while back, though. Right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Clearly, another Philip Canuck, Charles. You're not picking up a trainer 30-watt tube combo in Amarillo, for instance.
Hey, you'd be surprised because a fella has been watching trainers down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can have them.
Well, it's just one of those things where, to satisfy your curiosity, right?
All right. Yeah, that's... What are you, Canadian curious? That sounds like a Canadian curious. That was
follow me everywhere else, right? I mean, yeah. I go to visit my parents, Canadian geese in the yard.
This is true.
YouTube has no idea because it says like 5% of my audience is Canadian.
Right.
But you come into a show like this, and it's 10-15%.
Right.
Like, YouTube has a problem counting, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's including your non-subbed people and that are randomly watching videos. And
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know.
Who didn't have a trainer PA back in the 80s? It was either that or PV.
So last year,
I've traversed through your hometown, sir. I'm assuming that's for me and not you.
I would guess so. Considering he's on your channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that Trenchtown or Bell Vegas? Because they both. Oof.
No, she hasn't caught me yet. Not in anything I couldn't get out of yet. But
clearly, look at the rack behind him. Nice rack.
Nice rack, kid. But no,
thank you.
But I can always have a good one.
No, he's not leaving. I was agreeing with him.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
If you look, he said, "Well, spot on, PV or trainer."
Yep.
I was around in the 80s. I wasn't playing, but I paid attention. What's up, Coots? Another fellow Canuck.
They're all
right, how is Graphite and Victor Beebe's one comment on the screen together in my chat?
I don't know. They're one after the other in mine.
Yeah. All right, well, I got to wait till you unhighlight that, and I'm going to take a photo to show you. Oh, now it's all fucked up. Now it's fine.
Good Lord.
It's the phone conversation all over again.
Yes, Randy. The rack was there. But the nice thing is, Ben, as I can often say on what's on my rack, it's not staying there.
Really? Because I don't think I've seen a change in.
Yeah, but
stop pulling a Ewing of Stompox Steels. The best FX pedal blog on the inner Google, Charles. If you like your text-based reviews, he's your guy. It's not the gummy. Sure. It's sure. If you tell me it's not the gummy. I've been partaking since early today.
We've talked about it, but what is your take on it? Would you rather hunt or would you rather seal the deal?
Well, see, I don't hunt much anymore, Charles. I did one hunt last year. I did one safari hunt last year, which was the Explorer. I was successful in snagging one on my safari. It was a long safari. Now I'm like doing the drive-by shooting, like Randy. You know, I go out to shoot some demos to come home with a Gretsch. I pop in on some kind of sale day. I end up pulling out a base 6. I don't need a base 6, Charles. I didn't really want a base 6. I got a base 6.
I did like the base 6 though, but there was a certain excitement in your eyes when you were going after the Explorer for sure.
Well, it's been a minute since I've really gone on safari, hardcore safari. And let's be honest, Charles, the Explorer is a little more rare breed to find too. It's not a Tele, it's not a Strat, it's not a Les Paul, it's not one of the big 3 shapes that dominate the landscape, as you will.
Yeah.
Nobody needs an 8-string BC. The 5-string, one's just a spare anyways, isn't it?
I'm struggling with the 6, and so I'm struggling with the 6 on a guitar.
Patrick, you come on over. I'll make you a deal. I can afford to flip it up for a deal, and it, as you know, it's like new. I barely played it.
So Patrick's got the right idea here.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll hook him up. It's just a short jaunt of a couple thousand miles from Alberta to here. That doesn't make any sense. It would cost you more in fuel each way than the price of the guitar. But it'd be fun. What? Easy. Unbelievable. No. Even less people need that. I'll just wait for you to see that.
Oh, really? I kind of hate them right now.
No. What are you gonna do? Play it in the middle? You can't play it in the middle position.
I don't know.
Hashtag murky tone. That's Mercury in an aquarium that hasn't been changed in a week.
It's interesting.
Yep,
for sure. Knew it. He's been looking for another Panthera, so that has been his hunt.
He has exotic tastes, our friend.
See, this is some good advice. Learn one string at a time, all the notes. Be nasty for you in the long run. For sure.
Yeah, I miss classified ads. It seems like anybody's right there in the chat. It's the two are together. Graphite and Bo are together now. And
they're run together on the chat here in StreamYard as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the colorful photo I sent you.
Yeah, exactly. So Guitar Man 45. He's been looking for that Framus Ackerman for a long time.
Right. I don't know what that is. See you, Doc.
See you, Doc. And we're going to be wrapping it up here in a minute, too, because I've got to go pick up a youngster.
Oh, right. I forgot about the boy. Pedal Quest. What's your favorite pedal? Desert Island pedal? Oh. Assuming I have a Snark tuner already, Charles.
Assuming.
Because I'm assuming we got an amp that you can get dirty. See you, Randy. Oh, I'm going to go with chorus pedal. Just be different tonight.
Wow. They're messing with each other now.
Just give me the controls. He can't give me the controls. I've abdicated that responsibility. He was already. Can you share this on your channel too? By the way, if you're watching on my channel and you haven't already, go over to Charles's channel and subscribe to Charles. We're trying to get him to 400,000 subs.
400,000 subs. I like that idea.
Yeah, so do I, because then you can shoot a fella another 395,000 back. I'm just saying. What are you at? Check. Why don't you check? What are you at for subs? What are you at?
Hold on now. We'll go there in a second here.
All right, 392.
392, yeah.
Woohoo! I was off by one. Not too shabby, Charles.
392, not bad. Thank you, folks.
All
well,
right.
With that, Ben, I think we better go ahead and say goodbye tonight.
Go ahead and say goodbye then tonight. That's what he said to say. He said to say that.
Yes.
Hey, good night, Charles. Good night, Charles.
It's been a great show, Ben. Thank you for coming on.
Everyone, always a pleasure, Charles. You know, I love hanging out here on the. It's not chuckling with Charles. Well, it is when I'm on. So this is Guitar Safari. No. There's my screaming goat impression. The headphone wearer is just like, fuck you with that. Warn a fella. Did it again. New comments. I know. Why'd you stop all of a sudden? Dicks.
I don't know. It's just
yeah, so tune in this Sunday at 11 Central, even though nobody gives a fuck about Central. For Charles chatting with Michael B. Live, who just left, but I'm promoting it, Michael B. Live.
There you go.
I myself have Symmetry, Trev, this Sunday on the Sunday Night Hang.
Very good. I had him first.
Diving edibles if he has any left. Thanks, Randy. Randy Crooks, this great show, Ben. Thanks. Glad to do it.
Thank you, Randy.
And now you know the rest of the story. And then I'll be back Monday night with Canucks with Guitars with bad album covers to embarrass Charles.
Yeah. There we go. Maybe
always a pleasure, my friend.
I was thinking for that segment, I should come on the show.
You should just for
get my reactions. Yeah,
just for the face palms. You know what? I like that idea. All right, what do you think, folks? Type 1 in the chat if you want to see that on Monday night. I can use him. He's a fixture as the community. Of course, he can be a guest.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. He's a fixture.
That's right. We're trying.
He's like a wall sconce, Charles. He's a fixture. See what he did there? No. Look at all the ones. Look at all the ones.
I like open that fixture though.
They want to see all the face palms. Look at this. All the face palms.
Yep. There you go.
All right. So done. Ooh, that was so loud. I resonated my can of pop.
Kind of love that. Well,
Wow.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for being with us.
So long, everybody.
All right.
Take her on it, Haas. What are you doing? You're hitting backgrounds. We're still live.
Yes, I'm hitting the wrong thing.
Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down. One volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me. We're about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer and turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down.